Hi there, Aries. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for our first big full moon of 2020. That is the full moon in Cancer, along with a penumbral lunar eclipse that goes along with it for January 10th. That takes place at 2:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this reading is going to give you a little overview of what kind of energy you will be bringing in with that. First, a few quick notes before we get started. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Aries out there. So if it resonates with you, then it is meant for you. If there are parts of it, or maybe all of it, that doesn't resonate with you, kick it on out to another Aries. It just wasn't your energy that I was personally picking up on this time. This will mostly correspond with Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Aries cross-watchers are welcome to join in as well. If you are here for the first time, thank you so much for joining and checking out my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you and welcome back. And if you have not yet done so, please do reach out there, click that like button, give it the dragon claw up, and also click that subscribe button and join the dragon family. And why wouldn't you want to? Because the dragons are rocking out here. All right, guys. So, also, if you're interested in a personal reading or anything like that, the card decks I use, all that info is down in the description box. So I think we're good to go. All right, Aries. So, wow, these lunar eclipses, lunar and solar eclipses, have really been hitting you quite a bit. I would say that the signs that have been getting hit the most, especially last year, all of 2019, and now again at the beginning of 2020. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, those four cardinal signs are all really getting the bulk of this energy. And in some ways that's good, in some ways it's not. It's always pros and cons to any planetary transit. So let me give you a peek right here at the chart. Here we go. Here is that big full moon that's going to be in Cancer, and look at all the opposition dance it's doing to all those planets that we currently have in Capricorn. So you can definitely see this creates quite a lot of a push and pull kind of feeling. Oppositions, they're not as challenging as a square, which is a more, friction-based kind of feeling. It's a little more tense, but those oppositions definitely require us to do that little cha-cha-cha back and forth. My wonderful old astrology teacher, Lynn, always said that an opposition can be either like two people fighting or two people dancing. Like my dragons over here, they look like they're having a little dance. But that's really kind of the way it works. So it creates that push-pull. So for Aries, for you, the moon in Cancer is kind of an ultimate full moon to me, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon is happy in Cancer. So in a lot of ways, the Cancer full moon is very dynamic. It's a place where the moon is comfortable. And so in some ways it allows all of us under a full moon in Cancer to really release those emotions, to get out the tears, to get out the feelings. For you, this will be mostly triggering or accessing or opening up the two parts of your chart. The first one, of course, is going to be the universal fourth house of Cancer. That's where the moon's going to be for you, Aries. And that definitely opens up things around sentimentality, nostalgia, your soul's origins, childhood roots, family, home, all that kind of dynamic. And so this is wrapping up as well an energy from last year, because you know that a lot of times these solar eclipse, lunar eclipse patterns, they have a 6-month kind of shelf life, of influence. And so, think about back in July, we had a lunar eclipse in Capricorn, the opposite of Cancer. Now, Capricorn rules your universal house of, ambitions and career and higher goals and your public image. So think about that balance. You're coming 6 months full circle. So think about what was going on for you in July last year around that lunar eclipse, because this one connects to that, because they bookend each other, 6 months apart. So very, very interesting, Aries, something to kind of reflect on, ponder on as we go into this energy. I'm going to be pulling some Moonology cards, some lunar-based cards, and some tarot in a past, present, future format here. And we're going to look at what you are, kind of coming up from, what you're bringing forward from the past, what you've learned from the past, lunar eclipses in the past full moon, even from the last 30 days. And then we're going to look at your present energy and potential future energies that are coming around as a result of this full moon pattern. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Aries as we do their Cancer full moon lunar eclipse reading. Please protect their energy as well as mine and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's already coming up there, Aries. So, first card out, what do you need to release? There is a release feeling here going on. And you know, a big reason for that, in my opinion, is because lunar eclipses are more about releasing things that it's time to let them go, because it's that more, you know, yin energy, it's feminine energy, it's that, you know, more, you know, let go, breathe out kind of feeling. And so when the solar eclipses come around, which there will be, you know, those as well this year, you know, that's the time to kind of embrace things and, you know, breathe in. And the lunar is like letting it go, letting it out. And that waning moon is coming up. So absolutely, this is a time for release. So let's pull another card to see a little bit more into the nature of that. Yes, and the worm moon comes up. That is a springtime full moon. I'm going to look at my list real quick. Yes, that is the one for March. So that would be getting really close to the sun in Aries. You may notice that you will have even more of a culmination of this emotional release, getting closer to that March, April time. But this is also saying, you know, have faith. Things are going to be okay, Aries. Right now, though, you know, you're really coming off of a energetic feeling of, you know, this is something that you've had to do a lot of releasing around in some pretty strong areas of your life. It's not light and fluffy. It's not super simple. It's not easy. So then going into the tarot, let's pull a card from there. We're going to just check out what's happening along those lines as well. Oh, and look at that. So in your immediate past, what you brought in from these past positions of these moon, you know, movements is the Hierophant, the Shaman, Divine Wisdom, Spiritual Power, Aries. So this to me, you know, even though you've been doing a lot of releasing, to me this is a very grounding energy. It's really made you get more serious about, you know, your commitments in life, especially if they have a spiritual or emotional connection. Let's pull a clarifier too for this. Yes, and the Six of Wands. So Aries, I actually see a lot of this release energy that you've been doing as very positive, very, very, you know, a victorious outcome. This isn't bad stuff, not at all. So as we go into the present, here's what's coming up with this Cancer full moon that we're experiencing right now. And there it is, the disseminating moon. It's time to breathe out. Again, it's a very, very beautiful message that's coming through strongly for you with this, you know, lunar eclipse, is that it's really that time to breathe out. Take time for yourself if you can, Aries, you know, right around this full moon and after, you know, this is a time to just relax, release. Hopefully, you know, this coming weekend, you'll be able to just you know, take some sea salt baths, get some, you know, maybe burn some sage and just clear your space, because there's a lot that you're letting go of from your past here. So let us pull So into the present as well, we have the super moon, which is attraction. So to me, this means that your emotions are very close to the surface. The super moon brings that close proximity with that lunar influence, and it definitely brings our emotions up to the surface. So don't be surprised if you need to cry, if you need to talk and vent and get things out. To me, there's a lot of completion coming around with this particular full moon. And yeah, again, think about what was going on last July. That was our last, you know, the lunar eclipse. Well, not our last lunar eclipse. We had a couple more after that. But that's the one that links up with this one happening now because it was in that opposite sign of Capricorn. So yeah, July 16th last year, think about what was going on then and what might be coming around full circle for completion, fulfillment, or conclusion right now. So let's pull a few more of these. And we're going to look into this. Okay, so the Queen of Feathers, look at that. Queen of Feathers is the same as the Queen of Swords. And we have the symbology of the bat from, you know, the Animal Spirit Tarot. So perception, truth, seeing through the dark, absolutely. So Aries, there could definitely be some big insights. You making some logically based decisions, but doing that from a very intuitive level. This could be a choice to cut something out of your life very specifically. And it may not be the easiest thing for you to do, but it's necessary for your own transformation. Okay, so Aries, up comes the Five of Cups on top of that Queen of Feathers. So to me, whoever is resonating with this can definitely be you making a big decision to let something go, because that Five of Cups is many times something that's been painful, disappointing, could be a relationship that wasn't fulfilling, or, you know, disappointed or let you down in a big way. Not all is lost, because of course always with that Five of Cups there's always, you know, more cups that are, you know, and there's two that are still upright in the background. But to me, this is Scorpio energy, this is Neptune energy, so there's an element of, you know, release, sacrifice, transformation here. It's like this could be something that's not easy for you to do, brings your emotions way up to the surface. But you know that it's time to breathe out. It's time to let go, rather to, you know, cling or to hold on too hard to that. So coming up into the future from the Moonology, oh my goodness, don't let your past hold you back. So Aries, whatever it is that you're letting go of around this, you know, full moon of this month, you know, here's what's coming, you know, over the next like 30 days or so until our next full moon. And so, you know, that South Node has to do with our past lives, past reincarnation. So if for some Aries, this is going to have to do with letting go of either a karmic or a soul-connected relationship that, you know, just wasn't healthy, wasn't easy, but it was a contract that your soul kind of had to fulfill. And so it's like, now that's done and you're letting it go. This is somebody from your past. For other Aries, if this doesn't involve a relationship, this could just be something from your own psyche, from your own, you know, soul memories that's been holding you back from, you know, that better job or that better feeling of fulfillment, you know, feelings of scarcity that have been holding you back from abundance and things like that. And then coming over top of that is the waning crescent of protection. So Aries, this is a beautiful message from Spirit that as you are letting that go, because it is the waning crescent, so this is release, but look at that, you know, Spirit is protecting you throughout this process, even if you don't necessarily feel that right now. And I like that the 2 and the 4 adds up to a 6, because to me that is a love kind of number. It's a loving vibration. And there's the Hanged Man coming in through the tarot for that. You know, patience, perspective. This is a challenging thing, but you're going towards a position of enlightenment here. And on top of that, the 5 of Wands, Aries. So this is bringing in that energy of struggle and tussle and stress. and conflict. And it's not the easiest thing for you right now. You're having a hard time turning this loose, letting this go. This is not coming naturally to you. So the more that you can trust the universe, the more that you can trust your own intuition and yourself, the better suited you will be. This Five of Wands energy is also very fiery, so this could be, you know, another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius involved in this situation. Doesn't have to be, but that could be an energy that's coming through for you. So Aries, I really feel that, you know, this full moon energy is bringing up some very important things to the surface for you, memory-wise, you know, family dynamics, and also your work and your higher goal dynamics are being brought up here. This is really causing you to look at some things that have to be released for your own good. Not the easiest thing for you to do. Could be causing you a degree of inner conflict or confusion about this, but you are being very protected, and these, you know, cycles are important for you. It's like, you know, you have to listen to your soul, listen to your spirit. Don't just take the advice you're getting here. You know, I always tell people, it's like, no matter what I say, you know, you've got to feel it for yourself. If it's right to let something go or not. If it's not, and if the other person involved or the other, you know, entity or situation involved is saying, no, I really want to try to work this out, then you have to make that call for yourself. But this is definitely, no matter how you apply this, calling you to pay a good deal of attention to your intuition and your feelings about this for this full moon, Aries. So let's pull you a little bit of advice here from the Hero's Journey deck. Ooh, beautiful. So Aries, look at that. A splendid torch blaze brightly. So Aries, this is reminding you as well. Look at all those beautiful warm colors. This is you. This is your energy. It's fiery. It's dynamic. The number is 52. Adds up to a 7. So to me, this is definite forward movement. The 7 number, I always think about Cancer because that is the Chariot card. So absolutely, you're moving forward in knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and you shouldn't dampen down your bright light to suit or to appease anyone. You have to be yourself fully and completely, Aries. So thank you so much for joining me for your full moon reading, and I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.